Hey guys, it's Annabelle. So as it turns out, I have some extra time this evening. So I wanted to do a video on what I have used, what I've learned about pumping. And I just wanted to give a little bit of a background story. I am currently pregnant with baby number 2 with my daughter. I did not know if I was going to breastfeed or not, and in addition, I did not know if I was going to pump or not. With all of that up in the air, I wanted to make the best decisions for our family. So the decision that me and my husband made, since these questions were up in the air, was to purchase a used pump. We did not have the money with all of the baby buys that there are with having your first baby and that big huge expense and getting everything and the big huge checklists and all of that kind of stuff. We chose to buy a used pump last time. Now, since my pump is used, and it was used by me, and it was worked very hard by myself, and who knows who had it before myself. But if this pump like ever crashes or anything like that, we have absolutely no problem this time around going out and buying a brand new pump. Now I have, with doing research and all of that kind of stuff, we went with the Medela Pump and Style. Now again, this is a very old pump. So this is my pump, and it has a storage compartment and it has a cooler compartment, but I use the cooler compartment as extra storage, and I just brought my own cooler if I was pumping at work or if we were away from home and things like that. It has the on-off switch, it has the hookup for your plug-in, and then this pump part with the settings, and then this is where the tubing plugs in, and then this zips up for when you're carrying it. Okay, so again, I love this pump. It works fabulous. I do not regret at all buying it used. It did come with several pieces, but with doing research and everything, I found that it was best to just buy all brand new parts. So that is what we did. So we bought brand new tubing, and again, we bought all of the parts or whatever. Okay, so the tubing is hooked up to this. This obviously is where your breast, your nipple goes, and then you have this part, and then it connects to your bottle. Okay, and then, so I'm going to talk about these later, but there's where the membrane is, so just so you can see that. And another basic part of the pump that you need besides your girls is this little thing, and this is a little stand for your pump, because you will find that this cord and this, everything's kind of like top heavy, and your bottles can fall over and stuff, and your milk can spill out. So anyway, so these are a lifesaver to get the stands, so your bottles fit in them, and then they just fit on the table, and so your milk does not fall over, roll over, anything like that. And this is our plug-in to the wall for our pump. And I say our pump, but it's mine. Okay, so anyways, so besides the girls and your pump and the basic parts, I kind of wanted to talk about the supplies that I have and that I think are necessary for pumping. Okay. So, these are the size of bottles that I had connected to my pump for my daughter. And these are 5-ounce bottles. And when my supply increased, in the middle of a pumping session, I would have this full. So I would have to switch out bottles. So this time around, I got the 8-ounce bottles. So that way, I don't have to switch out bottles if my supply is as great this time. So I got rid of that problem by buying the 8-ounce bottles. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so in the beginning, what I used for storing the milk that I got, was these, and I love these. They are, let's see, here is the 2-ounce mark, and they have a place where you can label them. But yeah, so there's the 2-ounce mark. So when I wasn't producing a whole lot, we stored our milk in our fridge in these, and we just had them lined up, and then the one that was in the front was the first one in. So we used the first in, first out, so that way the oldest milk was used first, if that makes sense. So once I started producing, and I actually bought more of these because I love these containers, because when you took it out of the fridge and needed to heat it, this container worked a whole lot better than just using little bottles. So when my supply went up, I stored the milk in the fridge in my 5-ounce Medela pump bottles. And when my supply increased again and I had enough milk to freeze, I froze them in the breast milk storage bags. These are my favorite. These are the Gerber Nook Seal and Go bags. I did a review on these, so if you want to see that review and why I like these the best, go back and find that video. And when I was pulling out my box that had all of my supplies in it, I found the marker that I used to mark my bags that I had with my daughter. So I just thought that was fun. Okay, so the thing that I found with freezing, with like when you are heating up the milk after it's been in the fridge or the freezer, we found that in the beginning when we just had a little bit of milk, warm water worked the best. But however, when we needed more milk and we needed a speedy heat up, we used the bottle warmers. I loved our bottle warmer. A lot of people don't like these. A lot of people just recommend hot water to warm up the milk, but we found that since this is high speed, that when my daughter was hungry, this worked the best for reheating breast milk when she just needed a bottle. So we heated it up in we didn't heat it up in the bottle warmer in the Medela bottles. We actually had different bottles that we used with the steamer just in case it got too hot or something happened, we weren't out our nice bottles, and then we just put them in my daughter's bottles. And she liked the Mam bottles the most, and I love these bottles. These bottles are great. Okay, so that kind of is a brief rundown of basic supplies, of kind of basic storing supplies and reheating. And when you have all these supplies, you have to clean them. So it is a very good idea to have a bottle brush, a good bottle brush, soap, whatever kind that you want, and a rack for drying. When I was pumping with my daughter, this was full. So I would definitely recommend getting one that has lots of space on it. Also for like sanitizing and things, you can buy these bags that are like steaming bags, and they will sanitize. Micro steam bags, you can have those. If you are planning on pumping in your car, being away from home and having to pumping while you are away, anything like that where you're going to have to pump in your car, I would definitely get the car adapter for your pump. I bought the Medela one so that way it works with the current pump that I have, and then if I need to buy a new one in the future, if this one gives out on me this time, I have this and it'll work with the next one too. Also, pumping away from home, or if there's company over and you still want to be in the room, like talking with everybody, I would definitely get a nursing cover. Covers all the pump supplies, all that stuff, so you can still be modest or discreet or whatever you want to call it. But a nursing cover is also one of my pumping supplies. And something that I learned last time was that you might need extras, and it's a good idea to have extra parts on hand. It is a great idea. I have these in a couple different sizes. I also have extra parts of this yellow part, if you can see that. And I have like extra membranes. And here are what the membranes look like. These can tear rather easily. You do have to make sure that you get everything clean, and these can tear and rip. So again, I bought extras of these, so I have them on hand just in case something happens, because this is a vital piece to the pump, and if you don't have this on there, the pump does not work. So again, just another thing that I learned from last time is make sure that you have all the supplies that you need, or that you think that you need, or that you might need, and also extra supplies just in case. The one thing that I did have that I did not end up using is a hand pump, and it's still in the box. It came with my pump, and I did not get rid of it just in case I would have to use it, because none of the parts of the hand pump would be touching the milk or anything like that, how it hooks up to the pump parts. So anyways, I do have that, but it is somewhere. But I never had to use a hand pump or anything like that with my daughter. If I didn't have a budget and all that kind of stuff, I would just buy one just to have it. But that would be like best case scenario or something like that. Okay, so that pretty much covers basic needs, storing needs, reheating needs, washing needs, sanitizing, on the go, all that fun stuff. Again, we were not for certain that we were going to breastfeed or that we were going to nurse, or pump, sorry. So buying a used pump was the best option for us. Again, if anything goes wrong with this one this time, I have absolutely no problem going and buying a brand new Medela Pump and Style. This pump obviously is super old, and it worked fabulous for me and for my needs, and I worked it hard. So I'm guessing that if I do need to use it again with this baby, that it will be worked hard again. But anyways, my hopes for this pregnancy is that I can exclusively breastfeed, but again, I'm making sure that I have everything that I need for successful breastfeeding and pumping for this baby. But yes, anyway, so any questions, comments, anything like that, leave them below. If you think that I missed something, or if there's a new product out there or anything like that, leave that below also. I would be very interested to hear. But anyways, you all have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.